So what the heck makes this video deluxe? Well, same thing that makes anything deluxe. When you get more than what you would normally get. So it's going to be because it covers multiple topics. I know what you may be thinking now. Wow, most of the videos I watch from a lot of these sewing circle guys are deluxe. Yeah, you're actually getting a little treat. Ooh, prescription strength Hectorol. Good stuff. Anyway, this video is about Joe, aka Silverfuturist, and he's kind of been on my mind here and there over the last couple of months. But the first time that he came back in was when Don Harold, aka Day Trade Show. Well, everybody's got a lot of AKAs. Anyway, he mentioned him and wondered who the heck would have a problem with Silverfuturist, and then I remembered a time when I had a problem with Silverfuturist and made a scathing reply video to him. Yeah, those were the days. But I've recently thought about it some more, and I realized something that I really want to say to you, Joe, and I really, really, really want to thank you. Um, your videos, no kidding, have changed my life. There were two videos you did in succession. I think it was about 2 years ago. One of them was genuinely how the markets work. It was along those lines, like real objective explanations of, I don't remember which market it was. It may have been, obviously the silver market or something along those lines. But I ended up researching it after you said that, and all of your information that you shared was spot on from that. And it went together really well at the same time that I was getting additional market information from some other sources. Um, the other part, and this is the big one, is you introduced me to the Khan Academy on YouTube here, and that's really changed everything for me. I blew through Sal's the Khan Academy guy. I blew through Sal's playlists on banking, finance, investment, some of the mathematics stuff, and it's been a game changer for me, for my understanding. Having that core education changed my the way I interpret everything, all the knowledge that I had to that point, and all the knowledge that I gathered from there on. Um, for those of you scoring at home, I will put links to these channels in the description bar. I'm sorry to rattle them off so quick if you're at all interested in it. But the only thing I can really do is one, give you a long overdue acknowledgement of how your videos, Joe, have had an effect on my content and in turn my life. And I thank you for that. And I can't think of a way to repay you other than doing my best to contribute to what it is that you're working on in a positive fashion. With that being said, this is a video response to your video about what if the market, or what if the public is tapped out, and you had mentioned how you were speaking with a precious metals market professional, and he had said that everything's ripe for buying, and your question was, well, what if people don't have the money to get into the stock market, and this and that and the other thing. Um, this video isn't about, my response to you isn't frankly trying to pigeonhole you into a position and say, oh well, this is what Joe said, and here's what I'm saying. I picked up on a couple of things in your video that inspired me to speak about this topic, and nothing in it is meant to imply that you're set in your ways or you're wrong or anything else. Like I said, it's just a few things that I heard in the video have inspired me to speak up. One, my understandings of the stock market, we'll start out with this, is that when obviously, imagine the Dow Jones as a purchased value. And if you look, we'll keep it nice and simple. If you look at supply and demand, okay, when supply is low, demand is high, price is high, right? When demand is low, all right, supply is high, price is low. So with that in mind, when you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Index, if the number is really, really high, it's in a position of what's referred to as bought, okay? And when it's low, very, very low, it's referred to as sold. So people, instead of having, like when the market's down to, say, 8,000 points, people are mostly in cash or in a different investment vehicle than they are when it's at 15,000 and they have their money engaged into that vehicle. Now, you see that? That wasn't a ghost. That's my kid on a Sunday morning. She's playing with a cat. Anyway, fun little interlude. So I just wanted to put that out there. When I see the stock market at 15,000, that implies to me that there's a lot of money in play in that particular index. All right, if everybody's still with me here. And typically speaking, if all the investors have a certain amount of money, and when their money is in the purchase of a company, then that level is high. When their money's back in cash, that level is going to be low, based on the law of supply and demand. Now, that being said, can we sit back and say, well, 15,000 is going to be the limit of all the money that's in play? We can't necessarily say that. All we can do is look back on empirical data and say, wow, this is a new record, so everybody who was previously having money put into the market is back in. So I see a high, record high level as being not an indication of a bull market. Bull market, for those who may not be aware, is an upward trend. I'm not thinking bull anymore when we're at a record high. Is it necessarily the case? No, it's not necessarily the case. It could be a moving train. It's real easy to look back the next day and see the chart where it goes up and down, and you see the whole entire price cycle. When you are a trader or investor in the market, you don't get to see the whole chart. You only get to see the half. You get to see where it's been and where it is right now. You don't get to see where it's going. So that's something that's all kept in mind. Now, in closing, I just want to take a moment with Joe here and just ask, what was really your audience, and that when you say the public can't afford to get into the market right now, is the public really looking to invest in the Dow Jones? Furthermore, is your audience looking to get into the Dow Jones market? Think about it. Here's my question, because I assume you're referring to the flat-out stock market, not just going down to your coin dealer like anyone can do, pick up a couple of coins, at a good price point and sell them off later. How many of your actual subscribers, is my question, do you believe have gone to the trouble? Turn the volume down, please. Thank you. How many of your subscribers do you feel actually have an active brokerage account that they will actually trade, but they just happen to not have any money in the account? I can speak for myself. I do subscribe to you, and I do have an active brokerage account. And but how many of the others? You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. And like I said, your video inspired those thoughts, and I wanted to share them with you. And I look forward to any reply if you have time for it, or if not, that's cool too. But and I also really appreciate the opportunity to express to you my appreciation for what you've done for me, Joe. All right, we will see y'all later, and I hope this video finds everybody well. Y'all be good.